Welcome back to our channel Lincoln Coin Market. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most astonishing and talked about coins in the world of rare collectibles, the 1984 D Liberty 1-cent coin of the United States of America. Buckle up, my friends, because what you're about to hear isn't just history, it's a saga of mystery, value, and unimaginable wealth. And yes, this little coin could be worth a jaw-dropping $22 million in today's market. Let's explore why. To understand the magic behind the 1984 D Liberty 1-cent coin, we have to travel back in time to the heart of the S. It was a decade of neon lights, cassette tapes, and bold economic change. In the United States, the coinage system was evolving rapidly due to the fluctuating cost of raw materials like copper and zinc. The U.S. Mint was adapting to this by switching from primarily 95% copper cents to copper-plated zinc coins. But even amid the standard procedures, something extraordinary happened in 1984 at the Denver Mint, located in the foot of the Rocky Mountains in Colorado. It was here that a batch of Lincoln cents would eventually take the numismatic world by storm. Among these countless coins, one emerged as a numismatic superstar, the 1984 D Liberty 1-cent. This coin, bearing the D Mint mark, signifies it was minted in Denver, which was one of the busiest coin-producing facilities at the time. Millions of coins were churned out each day, and among them, some rare errors, variations, and uniquely struck examples made their way into circulation unnoticed. At first glance, the 1984 D cent might seem like any ordinary penny. It features the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln, a design originally sculpted by Victor David Brenner, whose initials, VDB, are subtly engraved at the bottom of Lincoln's shoulder. The reverse side shows the Lincoln Memorial, with the words 1 cent and United States of America standing proudly around it. But let's look closer. What makes this coin not just special, but extraordinary? It's not just the date or mint mark, it's about the variations, the striking errors, and the legendary die anomalies that make this coin one of the most desirable in the collector's market today. Some 1984 D cents display doubling on Lincoln's ear or strong die cracks, while others are so perfectly preserved in gem mint state or red condition that they become specimens of unimaginable rarity. One such known example, graded in pristine MS68 red, mint state, conditioned by top-tier grading authorities like PCGS or NGC, has been valued in private auctions at over $22 million. Yes, $22 million for a coin that originally cost just a penny to produce. Why? Because it's not just a coin, it's a time capsule, a relic of history, a masterpiece in metal. Let's talk history. The Lincoln cent was first issued in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It replaced the Indian head penny and marked the first time a real person's portrait appeared on a circulating American coin. Over the years, the Lincoln cent has been altered in composition, design elements, and minting techniques, and every decade has its secrets. The 1984 D Lincoln cent came at a pivotal moment. The switch to zinc-based planchets meant any leftover copper coins from the earlier years would be highly sought after. And as it turned out, a few copper-based 1984 D cents may have made their way into the system by mistake, becoming ultra-rare, almost mythical finds in the world of numismatics. Beyond the metallic composition, 1984 was also a year plagued by die wear and machine doubling, especially at the Denver Mint, which was working overtime. This led to some fascinating errors and misstrikes, such as doubled dies, misaligned strikes, and other mint-made anomalies that are now highly collectible. If you're lucky enough to find one of these in circulation, you're holding a lottery ticket made of copper. Now let's talk money. The face value of this coin is just 1 cent, but don't let that fool you. In the collector's world, rarity and condition dictate the price. And the 1984 D cent in superb uncirculated condition, with original red luster and no signs of wear, can fetch thousands. But the crown jewel, the coin that started the buzz, was a perfectly struck 1984 D Liberty 1 cent, untouched by time, certified at the highest grade possible, and sold privately for a staggering $22 million. Collectors and investors alike are scrambling to acquire these coins. Why? Because of their investment potential, historical value, and rarity. There are only a few known examples of the finest grades, And as more collectors enter the market, the demand and the price will only go up. Think about it. A coin that most people overlook, toss into jars, or spend without a thought, could be worth more than a mansion, more than a fleet of luxury cars, more than many people earn in a lifetime. So, how can you find one of these? It all starts with awareness. Check your spare change, dig through old coin jars, visit garage sales, and explore estate collections. And if you come across a 1984 Liberty 1-cent coin, examine it carefully. Look for unusual features, doubling, die cracks, and most importantly, make sure it hasn't been damaged or cleaned. A pristine example could be your golden ticket. If you suspect you have a rare version, get it professionally graded. Companies like PCGS or NGC can authenticate and assign a grade to your coin, and that grade could mean the difference between a few dollars and millions. To sum it up, the 1984 Liberty 1-cent coin is far more than just a piece of copper or zinc. It's a national treasure, a collector's dream, and for a lucky few, a path to financial freedom. With its fascinating origin, historical significance, mysterious variations, and sky-high market value, it's a coin that deserves to be in the spotlight and perhaps even in your own collection. Remember, treasures don't always come in big boxes. Sometimes, they're hiding in plain sight, right inside your pocket. If you found this story fascinating, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with fellow coin lovers and curious minds. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss a video from Numismatics Coins History, where history, mystery, and money collide. And who knows? Maybe next time, we'll be telling the story of your lucky find. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep collecting, keep exploring, and stay curious. We are diving into a truly fascinating, mysterious, and unexpectedly rare gem from the modern era, the 1996 United States Liberty 1-cent coin, a penny that has captured the imagination of collectors and historians alike, not just because it's from the late 20th century, but because it carries a stunning market value of $44 million in today's numismatic world. Yes, you heard that right. A 1-cent coin minted for everyday use in vending machines, grocery stores, and lunch counters across America has become a multi-million-dollar legend. But what makes this coin so special? Why is this seemingly ordinary 1996 penny worth more than a luxury mansion, a private island, or even some sports cars combined? Buckle up, because we're about to uncover every layer of this incredible story. From its origin, production, and design, to the small anomalies that changed its fate, and the current frenzy in the coin collecting market, this is the legendary journey of the 1996 Liberty 1-cent coin. To truly appreciate the 1996 Liberty 1-cent coin, we need to understand where it came from. The story begins, as always, with the rich tradition of American coinage. The Lincoln cent, also known as the Liberty 1-cent, was first introduced in 1909, replacing the Indian head cent. It was designed by Victor David Brenner, in honor of President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. For decades, the Lincoln cent remained a staple in American currency, changing subtly in composition and mint mark, but never straying far from its original design. Fast forward to 1996. The United States Mint was operating full steam, producing billions of coins annually to meet national demand. That year, Lincoln cents were struck at 3 primary mint facilities. The coins were made from a copper-plated zinc composition, a standard since 1982, following the cost-saving shift from copper-heavy coins. But here's where things start to get interesting. While billions of 1996 pennies were produced for general circulation, a few coins, extremely few, have surfaced over time bearing unusual traits, striking errors, or uncatalogued varieties that set them apart from the rest. Some exhibit double die errors, off-center strikes, missing mint marks, or unusual planchet characteristics that defy the typical minting process. These anomalies, initially overlooked, later ignited a storm of curiosity and speculation among coin experts. Among these 1996 pennies, a particular rarity emerged that defied all expectations. It wasn't just a simple minting error. It was a coin that seemed to exhibit flawless preservation, unusual clarity, and perhaps even an experimental strike, one that wasn't supposed to make it into circulation. This mysterious variety, now dubbed the 1996 Liberty Ultra Gem, is believed by some experts to be part of a limited experimental strike batch, possibly produced under specific environmental or metallurgical testing conditions. A few conspiracy-like theories suggest that this batch may have been part of a test run for a new alloy or finish, or perhaps the result of a covert production error that went unnoticed by the mint. What sets this coin apart? The toning and luster. It displays an iridescent rainbow tone rarely seen on coins from this period. Its strike is razor sharp, with unmatched detail in Lincoln's bust and the wheat stalks or Lincoln Memorial, depending on variation. And most shockingly, it bears a microdate anomaly, a tiny shift in the last digit that some numismatists claim makes it an ultra-rare die variety. Only a few examples of this specific coin have ever been confirmed by private collectors and auction houses. And just like that, the value skyrocketed. Now, let's talk about what everyone wants to know: the value. How does a penny become a multi-million-dollar masterpiece? A pristine example of the rare 1996 Liberty 1-cent coin made waves when it was privately sold to an anonymous billionaire collector for a jaw-dropping $44 million. The transaction was brokered through a confidential network of numismatic experts, private banks, and high-end auction houses. Why did this coin command such an astronomical price? Because it is one of a kind, or nearly one of a kind, linked to mystery and historical curiosity, in perfect mint state, possibly MS or beyond, possesses undiscovered or undocumented production features, and carries a legendary provenance and story. Additionally, the coin's story was featured in high-profile coin magazines, rare collectibles expos, and even whispered about in investment circles, where rare coins have begun to be seen as a form of alternative wealth storage, much like fine art or vintage cars. Today, only a handful of 1996 Liberty 1-cent coins are believed to be in the same class. And with rising demand among elite collectors, museums, and private investors, the price could surpass $50 million in the coming years. So, what if you're holding a 1996 penny right now? Could you be the next lucky owner of $1 million coin? Here's what to look for. Mint mark check. Examine for unusual mint mark placements or missing mint marks. Die errors. Look for doubling on letters like "In God We Trust" or "Liberty." Luster and finish. Rare versions have a high gloss and rainbow-like toning. Digit alignment. Pay close attention to the in 1996. Some rare varieties have a unique micro-shift and O visible where grading is everything. Only MS and above are potentially in the high-value bracket. Weight and composition. If you have access to a scale, weigh the coin. The standard is around 2.5 grams, but slight deviations could mean it was struck on the wrong planchet. If you spot these traits, get that coin graded immediately by a reputable grading company like PCGS or NGC. Authentication is the golden ticket to entering the high-value world of numismatics. The 1996 Liberty 1-cent coin isn't just a rare coin. It's a symbol. A symbol of how history, mystery, and human curiosity can elevate even the smallest object into a priceless treasure. In a world driven by digital currencies and fast-changing economies, this humble penny reminds us of the power of legacy, craftsmanship, and rarity. It shows how coins aren't just pocket change theory, tiny time machines, capturing a snapshot of history, art, and intention. And for collectors, the hunt for rare coins like the 1996 Liberty cent is more than a hobby. It's a lifelong passion and a pathway to fortune. So, what do you think about the 1996 Liberty 1-cent coin? Have you checked your change recently? Could you be sitting on a fortune and not even know it? Let us know in the comments below if you've come across any rare coins or if you have questions about spotting valuable pieces in your collection. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more epic deep dives into the world of rare currency. And remember, in the world of coin collecting, even a penny can be worth millions. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep searching, keep dreaming, and never underestimate the power of pocket change.